This video will walk through how to set up the new Mongoose widget in home pages. The new widget includes the ability to open forms as modals. Another new functionality is the ability to communicate with each other. Each widget can identify as either a sender or receiver to pass data between each other. Let's jump into the demo. First, I will show the modal feature. On my home page, I have a simple list widget of customers. If I want more info for a particular customer, I can click on the View More to pop up a form with more details. The customer number is passed to the modal form, so it knows which customer data to display. Now that you've seen how it works, let me show you how to set it up. If you recall, clicking on View More fires the modal window. That View More button is on a tile form on top of this grid. Upon inspecting the button, I can see that there is a View More FS event associated to it. So when clicking it, it triggers this event. This event has two handlers. The first triggers a method called createDialogJSON. Let's inspect it and see what it does. As you may expect, this method is supposed to create the JSON to be passed to the modal window. The first line is getting the current customer number. Next, I create a custom dialog object because this allows me to easily convert its properties to JSON. My custom object has the 4 fields required by the JSON. Here's the JSON template example. It expects the form name for the form to open, a reference to distinguish it from other payloads, and the width and height of the modal window. After setting the fields, I convert my object to a JSON string and pass it to my var dialog variable. My next event handler is using my var dialog variable as the message content for my send web container message. Make sure the message type is Mongoose Open Dialog. And that's it for the Mongoose side setup. One last thing we have to do on the widget side is setting the dialog reference to match the reference I used in my JSON. And that's all you need to set up the Mongoose widget to use the modal window. Next, I will demo how to send data from one widget to another. I will add 2 new Mongoose widgets to my page. This widget will contain a list of business partners. And this widget will show a chart that displays a list of surveys that the business partner has filled out. After refreshing the page, you can see that the chart data changes depending on the business partner I select. Now let's see how I am sending data from my business partner form to my chart. The approach is the same as the modal. I have to send a JSON via the send web container message, only that the JSON will be different. In this case, I simply want to send the ID associated with each business partner, so the chart will know which data to display. Like I showed for the modal, I am building the JSON off a custom object, but you can build it however you want as long as the format matches the one shown. After building the JSON, use the send web container message event to broadcast it. My message type is Infor business contacts. Make sure the sender and receiver have the same message type. On the receiver side, I have an event on pre-display that will register this form as a listener for Infor business contacts messages. Now each time this form picks up an Infor business contact message, it will fire the standard web container message received event. This event is using the ID it received to filter the IDO bound to the chart. This results in the chart data changing depending on the business partner I select. To summarize, the new Mongoose widget makes use of the send web container message event to pass JSON data between widgets. This allows for the interaction between widgets and the opening of modal windows.